Hey y'all, it's me, Miss Phil, and I'm here with a whole bunch of drinks because we're going to do a fun little experiment because I want to show you how much sugar is in all of these things. So, let's get to it. Alright, so what we have to do is we're going to do a little bit of math, but I'm going to actually do it, so all you have to do is listen. We also need cups, we also need measuring teaspoons, and we're going to need some sugar because we're measuring out how much sugar is in each one of the drinks that I just showed you. But before we can start dumping sugar into cups to see how much is in the drinks, we have to do a little bit of math. So here's something that's good to remember. For our experiment right now, we need to know that 1 teaspoon of sugar equals 4 grams of sugar in the drink. So basically, that's in our nutrition fact label. Remember this thing, it looks like that. There's a little part on there that says sugar. So we're looking for that number, and there'll be a little G next to it. That means gram, okay? So let's get to the math. Fun fact, Miss Phil likes math. All right, guys, so we're going to do some quick math. We're only going to do one problem, and then I'm just going to do the rest in my head for later, and you won't have to watch those. But we're going to do this one together. So 4 goes into the number 5 one time. So we put the 1 up there. 4 times 1 is still 4. 5 take away 4 is 1. Put that there. He needs a buddy. So we're going to drop down this 0 to go right next to him to make the number 10. So how many times can we fit the number 4 into the number 10? 2, because 2 4s is 8. So we put the number 2 here. We put the 8 here. 10 take away 8 is 2, just like that. Now we can't fit any 4s in 2, so what we have to do is we're going to put a little decimal right there because that tells us that we have to get into our remainder now, so it's not a whole number anymore. And then we're going to drop down an imaginary 0 to make the number 20. So 4 goes into 20 5 times. So after the decimal, we're going to put a 5. And that's our answer. 50 grams divided by 4 equals 12.5 or 12.5 teaspoons. And if you're younger, maybe you know how to do division this way. We have 50 dots right here because there's a 50. If we divided this by groups of 4, so if we group them in groups of 4, that means we're going to count groups of 4. That's one group of 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then these 2 are the leftover, that's our half because it's half of 4. So this also equals 12.5. Pretty cool, right? Different ways to do math. But now we have our answer. What is it? 12.5. 12.5 teaspoons in 50 grams of sugar. All right, here comes the fun part. Now, I did all the calculations for all the other problems. They're right here. So I already have that. Now we get to play with the sugar. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our measuring spoons. So we need 12.5, right? So I'm going to find the half teaspoon and do one of those. So 1. That needs a little bit more. That needs a little bit more. There it is. 1. Then I'm going to take my full teaspoon. See how that says 1 teaspoon, TSP. And I'm going to do how many? 12 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I threw a little bit on myself. 9, 10. This is 12. 12. Just like that. Now we have 12.5 teaspoons of sugar in here. You might be asking, Miss Phil, why are you dumping sugar in a cup? Because I want you to see how much sugar is in the drinks that you probably drink every so often, maybe every day. So what I've done is I've filled up all the cups of all the different drinks, and I'm about to show you how much sugar is in each one. All right, so I'm going to show you, I'm going to give you a little zoom in of it, of each of these different drinks. Here they are. I'm going to tell you how many grams are in each one too. So, Gatorade, this one right here. This Gatorade has this much sugar in it. This Gatorade, this much sugar. That's 34 grams, and I can see that on my nutritional facts back here. The next thing is going to be Dun, dun, dun. Apple juice. So this apple juice has, let's see, it says 47 grams of sugar. It goes to that first black line. Then we've got, what's this? Chocolate milk. Chocolate milk also is up toward those lines, and this one has 49. This has 49. It has 2 grams more of sugar than our apple juice. But wait, Miss Phil forgot to look at the serving size. There's actually 2 servings in that chocolate milk. So that means that there's double the amount of sugar in that cup. After that, we've got good old-fashioned sweet tea. And Miss Phil likes sweet tea, I'm not going to lie, but I haven't drank it in a while because I know that it's not the best for me. Look at all this sugar. If I drink just this, it's like eating this. I might as well just go and eat this right here because it's in this. The next one, lemonade. Now, I'm not going to lie. Miss Phil likes to mix these two, but you can imagine how much that is. So in our lemonade has 58 sugars in there. 58. So we're just going up and up. And you see how that's up to like the 3rd line on the cup? Getting crazy. All right, I know a bunch of you probably have had this before. Good old Coca-Cola. So here we go. Coca-Cola. Look at that line. It's literally all the way to the very top line. Because you know what? There are 65 grams of sugar in this. That's pretty crazy. But you know what's even crazier? There's another drink that we have that has even more than Coke. And it is Mountain Dew. This Mountain Dew, see that white, all that sugar? It's above that last or the top line up there. It's on the word dew because this has 77 grams of sugar. Coke had 65. This has 77. Blowing my mind, that's a lot. So it's literally like if you wanted to drink this soda, you would be eating this much sugar. Do you think this is good for your body? And guess what? If you had 2 of these in one day, you're probably having a whole cup worth of sugar just in 2 drinks. That's a lot of sugar, y'all. And it's probably something that you don't need to have. So, you know what I want to say to that? There's a drink that I like to drink quite often that's got absolutely 0 amounts of sugar. What does that say? Water. And you know what? It could be plain water like this, or Miss Phil likes to drink these. These are iced sparkling waters, and they also have 0 sugar in it. It's right here on the back of my thing. It says 0, which is amazing. So let's picture a day's worth of drinking. Let's say that I wake up and I have some chocolate milk. And remember, that's double what it actually is. I pour that in. That's what I just had. Then let's say I was a little thirsty after that and I wanted some juice. Apple juice. So now I've had this much to drink just in 2 different drinks that I had, chocolate milk and apple juice. Let's say I had them both at breakfast time. And then lunch comes around. Let's say at lunch that I'm in the mood for a little sweet tea. So here's my sweet tea. Oh boy, it's getting quite full. So I got 3 drinks, and this is how much sugar that I've had so far. And then let's say at dinner, I want something bubbly, like Coke. So I'm going to get my Coke, and I'm going to pour this in, and oh my goodness. Woo! Look at how tall that's getting. Oh. Uh-oh. It's going to happen. It's going to overflow. Because there's so much sugar. It went everywhere. And that's only with 4 different drinks. A chocolate milk, an apple juice. What else did I have? A sweet tea and a Coke. Oh my goodness. Imagine if I had a Mountain Dew. Imagine if I had a lemonade. Imagine if I had 2 Mountain Dews. This would be crazy big. So if I wanted a water, I'm not adding any sugar to that. This is plenty. Do you think your body wants to have this in it all the time? And imagine how many drinks you drink during the day and then times that by how many days you drink all those things. That's crazy. That's like having this. If I had those same 4 drinks every day, I'm putting this in my body every single day. I don't think my body's going to like it all that much. So, Miss Phil's going to clean up this mess, and I hope that I taught you something a little bit today. That sugar is in everything, even in your drinks. And it's a really sneaky way that it gets into your body because we don't really think about that stuff when we're drinking because we're just thirsty, right? But it's all over. So I'm going to challenge you again. Whenever you take a drink, look at that nutrition label and see how much sugar is in there. If it's a big number, I would say big is pretty much like over 20. If it's over 20, maybe don't have too much of it, okay? I'm not saying never have it at all. I'm just saying try not to have a lot of it because a lot could lead to this. So, hope you learned something. Look at your nutrition facts. See what you're putting in your body because you want your body to be around for as long as you are, working great. So keep it healthy, have fun, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another day. Miss Phil out. Yeah, that was a bad decision because now I've got, look at this mess. Look at, it's everywhere. Actually, it kind of looks like an eyeball. Look, the sugar's looking at me. Ah! All right, well, that's all. Time to clean up. Bye.